What's going on? Welcome to a Thursday edition of Terrafirmagreg here on the ZetaCraft server. And we have been just working non-stop trying to get ourselves ready for our space race against NASA to the moon this Saturday. And it might be preliminary, and I'm going to say that it is subject to change on the time, but I believe we are targeting about 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time zone on Saturday to start our streaming to go to space. Subject to change, but that is what we are kind of planning to be as our time frame to start that stream on Saturday. And I believe the goal is we're going to start streaming at 1 o'clock and just keep going till we get there. And who knows what that could entail. It could be absolute chaos. They launched first, but did we land first? You know, if we can get to the moon before they get to the moon, it's a real space race. That's what matters. So thank you everyone for being here. It looks like we've got Hypno, Maya, Olive, Ice, and Shadow here in the chat so far. If I missed anyone, I apologize. Ice, we did not lose the space race. It wasn't the first one to go into space because clearly, if you go to the original space race of the 60s, the Soviets did actually launch a rocket before the Americans to go into space, but the Americans landed on the moon and then declared quote-unquote victory of the space race. We are going to be the first to the moon. That is our goal. And realistically, probably the first to Mars, but that's a much easier fight to win. We want to be the first to the moon. Dab! I love it. You got the dab. So let's go ahead and show off what we have been working on in our MV building here. It probably looks a little bit different than Tuesday, and we have just been making all of our machinery that we need. And what I'm trying to do is try to get some HV circuits so that I can actually make some items into the high voltage age, so that I can actually say that I have in some way or shape or form assisted with the space program besides Maya, who has been doing all of the heavy lifting so far on this race. I believe he's actually got most of the components here in the high voltage range, but I want to at least say that I can made it to the high voltage step before we make our way out there. So today, if we can do it, I would like to make HV machine hull, which I think we should be able to do in theory. And I would like to make some HV circuits to try to get our way into that high voltage range there. And to show off some of the stuff that I have been just working tirelessly on, I've got a bunch of stainless steel here, some hot Rene 41 ingots that took some interesting mixing to make that up, vanadium ingots, what was the other thing that I got? I think it was upstairs. Got some of the rough silicon carbide ingots, which I think I need. Made a bunch of wafers and silicon, and then I've got a bunch of these RAM circuits, or the different circuits made up here. So I have been tirelessly just going back and forth in this room non-stop, trying to keep things working here, and mixing and matching and trying to fumble my way through it, not necessarily knowing what I'm doing all the time, but that's okay. Are these all full of something? Why is this guy not running? Insufficient items. Does he not have it? Oh, he doesn't have enough logs. So it just went too fast, and so all the logs got used up. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. That was just making some of this wood vinegar, which I don't necessarily need at this exact moment. I've been doing some other finagling ways around with the ethylene into the polyethylene. I've got a bunch of liquid polyethylene right now coming from all from my oil sands I've been collecting. Bleach says, remember to back up your world before going to the moon, because generating the moon could be rough for the server. That is an excellent suggestion. Thank you for that statement. I will try to make it a point Saturday morning to do a world backup before we begin, on the off chance that something goes terribly awry, which, let's be honest, something's going to go wrong. Realistically, we're not exactly professionals at this mod pack. We're just fumbling our way through it. But that is a great idea to do that as well. What else have I been working on? Made a bunch of purified emerald stuff going in to make some liquid emerald pieces in here. I thought I needed the liquid emerald slurry, or the dirty emerald slurry. Plant the flag of Ricktopia on the moon and begin the golden age of expansion. That's right, we are going to start that expansion early. Shadow with the $2 super chat. Imagine they go to the moon and the server breaks. There is a, I would say, 25% probability that that will actually happen. I would not rule that out at all. I would be not surprised at all if the server did be like, you know what, this doesn't work, boom, and then it'll be an hour of me just trying to fix the server on stream. So that's definitely a possibility that we could be hurtling towards. Let's see what we need to get into here. I feel like I need a proper hazardous material suit, to be honest. Just because I've kind of been dying a bunch here recently to various things like electricity and some chemical inhalation hazards. I probably should focus on that suit, but we're going to ignore that and go straight to these inductors, because that sounds useful. The fear of the server exploding simulates the fear of astronauts about their spacecraft exploding. Realism. That is so... That is true, you know. That would be... If I was going to say of all of our Apollo programs, what are the odds that this one ends up being the Apollo 13 and things go terribly awry? We will eventually get there, but will it be smooth? I don't know. Stay tuned to find out. But lot of things that could definitely go awry. So let's see here. I need to make liquid polyethylene. Got that. Fine annealed copper wire. So I need some annealed copper ingots into a wire mill. It would be funny if they would all disconnect, rejoin, just be without the rocket falling to the moon, and we all just are there. That is entirely possible. Let's get a bunch of wire. I actually have figured out that these side silos, for some reason, are just not connecting, and so I'm actually reaching my storage limit of what these 3 silos hold. So after the space race, probably in the next week or so, I am going to completely revamp my storage system, because I have actually maxed out the capacity of the storage system of the way it's set up right now, and that's obviously not where we want to be. And I also don't like the location where I put the silo now that I've got some other buildings here, so I kind of want to build another proper storage building to better utilize the items. That probably be a little bit closer in, like right here off this main square here. So that may be a adjustment I make soon, but you know, future Ricky problems, and we are not very kind to future Ricky, as we know. I don't think I've made the wire mill yet. Let me just double check here real quick. Got some mixers, bender, lathe, cutter, furnace, laser engraver, autoclave, cutter, and chemical bath. No, I do not have the wire cutters yet. So let's grab some items to make that. Boom. Running low on my magnesium dibride wires. You are so close to 82. Why not make a giant storage tower that extends in the side and call it the Tower of Ricky? Like the Tower of Babylon. It just is a tower that just keeps going up all the way to build limit. That would be really funny. If it wasn't, would be very not aesthetically pleasing, I would probably do that, Olive. That would be really funny to do. But at the end of the day, I am a bit of a builder at heart, and I want a theme look to this valley in general. There's a lot of detailing that I want to do just all around these builds, add some roads, some like use like the carts and the different I believe it's like macaw is in the mod pack, if I believe. What is it? At macaw, like all these different tools and you know, awnings, furniture, different things. I kind of want to like use a bunch of these for detailing all around this like magical town like look, and trying to have all this industry hidden away within this magic town look. So that's why I'm going to say probably no to the storage tower, but it would be really funny. It would be really funny to just solve my problem temporarily and just keep building it up until I have a bigger problem later. Leash says you are so close to AE2. That I haven't really looked into the AE2. I know people keep talking about the AE2 as a good storage system, and I am definitely open to learning it. I just have not taken the time to do that yet. So that is something that I probably should consider doing in the not too distant future. Dean says, bro, we'll get to the moon building a storage tower. It is within the realm of possibility of things that could potentially happen. Let's go ahead and set that guy like that. Use in the wire mill. I want, is it the fine anneal? Oh boy, already lost track of what I need. The fine annealed. Okay, so that is circuit 3. All right, we'll let that go for a minute. Was that give me 8 on each one? Nice. That's pretty cool. Did I run out of steel dust in here? I might have. And iron dust. Cool. I get your reasoning, but it would still be really funny. Yeah, it really would. Are you gonna stay with create storage for a bit when you unlock A2, or go to A2 directly? I realistically will stay with create until I get a good understanding of how AE2 works. Yeah, I've never actually used AE before. Believe it or not, that is a mod pack I haven't used. Part of why I haven't used it is the mod packs that I have played in the past, it really wasn't a part of those mod packs that I've played. I know it's a very common one. I know there's a lot of tutorials out there, so I'm sure I could figure it out pretty quickly. And when it's all said and done, realistically what's going to happen is I will probably end up using both in some different form, where I'll have one that's kind of set up for, say, if I'm being realistic, the create storage I will probably use for like the bulk storage of like logs and blocks, things I have a lot of, and then the A2 I'll use for a better sorting of the individual items, is my guess. Once you learn AE2, it's so elegant. It is, that is exciting to know. I just have not made it to that yet. Nickel, zinc, ferrite ingot. This is something I don't think I have. That is a little concerning. How do I make this? I need an alloy blast smelter, which means I need to actually make the alloy blast smelter, which I have not done yet. So we are once again already taking a turn of things that I thought I'd be getting done today. It's going to just get slowed down a little bit more, but that's okay. What if I put the blast furnace right above the EBF here? I think that could actually work for that space. Ice says get good. Yeah, it's on my to-do list. Getting good. Let's go ahead and drop these guys off right now because we're not going to need them for a minute. Copper, nickel, muffler. So let's see, I need output hatch. So where are my hatches? Input hatch, we'll need that. Output bus, sure. Input bus. Why not? Input hatch. Energy hatch. That'll work. Heat vents. What are you guys? Oh, good. That's fantastic. Hold my beer. Shadow says, yeah, we'll get right on that. Maya says, I don't think you can make that blast furnace yet, but there's another way to make that metal, I believe. Well, yeah, I'm thinking that might be true. This in the EBF. Oh boy. Yeah, no, that is well beyond things that I can make right now. How do I make you? What is Shadow with the number 3 super chat? Thank you so much. We are well and truly going off the rails here of trying to figure out how to make this. I feel like I should be able to just use it in a mixer of some sort. Am I overthinking this? Shadow being the boss, as is tradition. Apologies that this is taking a minute, but I am just confused on ferrite mixture dust. That's what I need. So zinc, nickel, and iron. Okay. Yeah, I just need to find what was the source dust that I needed. That was what was throwing me off. So I need nickel. Of course, all my nickel is in ingots. Why not? Zinc. Chat. Oh, just dropping super chats like crazy again. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. We're gonna have to macerate these guys down to turn them into dust, but that's okay. Go put the macerator to use. Good old future Ricky problems. Shadow, thank you so much. You're just being way too kind. Macerator. I feel like I had another one of those. Shadow. Oh my goodness. I can't hold a thought when you start just going crazy like that. Unbelievable. Advanced macerator. Excellent. Okay. Boom. Iron dust. Beautiful. Let's. Oh my god. I can't keep up. Shadow, the stream is just becoming nothing but emotes again. Oh my goodness. Prevent the moon landing with the extra emotes and donations. That's counterproductive. That's not what we're looking to do here. Oh my god, Shadow. Just counting down again. Way too kind. Okay, we've got some the emote stream. That's right, it's an emote stream, and if Shadow has anything to say about it, I'm going to assume it's a members only stream again. No fault of our own. I kind of want to turn the suction on this guy off right now. Shadow, this is a distraction. It absolutely is a distraction. Thank you so much. All goes Shadows at it again. That is so true. I gotta move these guys out, which means I gotta just put a little temporary. This guy, stuff I don't need. I'm probably gonna get sick holding some of these dusts because I did not make that very important polyvinyl douche or whatever it was that I should have done. That's okay. Ice sending in a gift membership. Shadow says halfway there with another super chat. Congratulations, Bleach, on that gift membership. I have not been able to figure out a way to update the world to the 11.28 for the CFT world. That there's an issue with the server pack, and I don't exactly know what the issue is, and I haven't been able to find that issue with the server pack. So I think what we're going to do is, as soon as there is a stable version of the 12 version of the mod pack, we will update the CFT world at that point. And when we do that update, we will open up the world to be for anyone, not just membership, and have membership perks be actually like giveaway packs within the server itself, so that I have to kind of figure out exactly what the giveaway packs are going to be, but I think like the base membership, you'll probably get like a gift box of like all of the basic popper tools or something like that you would get at the very beginning of Terrafirmagreg. So it kind of allows you to go mining and get established a lot faster, as opposed to just having to go out and find those individual ore veins. It kind of be like a feed you up kind of thing early game, and then also it will increase the number of land claims that you can have on the server. But even if you don't have a membership at that point, what we're going to do is have it so that any person that plays has a minimum number of land claims, just so that you can kind of protect your own area and not to worry about anyone else messing with your stuff or stealing or anything like that. Not that it would be an issue, but just trying to future proof it again. So as soon as there is a stable version of the 12 version of the mod pack, we will update the world. With that update, we will also be trimming a bunch of the world files, so it's only places that people have actually built or claimed right now. Because the 12th version of Terrafirmagreg has the world gen update, we want to have as much of the new world gen as possible in the world, because I think people will like to enjoy that new world gen as well. So that is our tentative plan right there. What am I making here? Zinc and iron. Zinc, nickel, and it is making Invar dust. Oh, I'm need this on recipe 2, which means I need more of the iron. Look at that, we have already thoroughly distracted ourselves into making the wrong thing. What's the reward for being a member for a year or 2 years? Ice asks. I am open to suggestions. I definitely want to get back into working on the donor village here on the ZetaCraft server. We kind of put that on hold to focus on the space race because it's just been kind of fun and interesting. But as soon as we get to the moon, I will probably come back and actually start working on the donor village. And I think we will make like a special pillar for those multi-tier donations that we have gotten, and for the length of donation as well. So I think that will be our immediate answer there. Bleach asks, Shadow, do you have any job vacancies open? For real? Oh, Olive. Come on now. All right, we've got dream appropriate suggestions would be tough. Exactly. So I need this in the EBF with oxygen, not nitrogen, and I believe I currently have nitrogen in there. So let's take that out. Am I out of oxygen? Pretty much. Uh-oh. That's not good. Why aren't you working? Not enough air. Well, why would there not be enough air? Should have an infinite supply of air. What? Oh. Because it was facing the wrong way. That's why it turned off. When I moved it, I stopped making it. That's why I ran out of oxygen. Oh no! I tried to clean this place up and I've made it lower. Ooh. Joe says, I will be busy again in around a month's time, so I will enjoy my free time as long as it lasts. Absolutely glad that you are choosing to spend that time with us, for sure. Can't believe we're this close to space. Feels like yesterday that Maya was dying to asbestos. I mean, would you still put it past Maya to die to asbestos, even being this close to space? I think he still could find a way. Can't believe I used all my oxygen and wasn't paying attention. Why was this being so difficult? This will probably affect all of my power. I probably misjudged how much power I needed over here. All this is going to now start right out because it wasn't running even though I thought it was. That would be just my luck. Ricky CFT suffocated. That is a message we will probably see when we try to go to space. Just a hunch. Let's pull this dust out. Oh my goodness. All right, so we've got an insane amount of dust in here right now. I don't want to put that in there. Take these out. And yeah. It says I need to update, get back on at some point now that life is steadily back down. Well, absolutely you do. We actually took a trip down to the Southerners lands on the last stream, Ice, to just kind of see what you guys have been up to. And use some of the inspiration for a build, or for the actual space build. I don't want to use our dust in there, we'll just set that in there. You like all my paints? I have all the paints now. Really like the spray paints. That is something that I quite enjoy, being able to color code these things. All right, I just need a little bit of oxygen. 2,000. Can I get a little bit more? Let's drop that. Make sure that's locked. Yep. 3 buckets of oxygen. Oh yeah. Nickel, zinc, ferrite, ingot be made in 10 seconds. That used a lot of oxygen. I need a better oxygen output for this. Shadow, another super chat. Can you get radiation poisoning damage in space? I have no idea. Genuinely have no idea. So we're gonna find out. And considering I apparently have suffering from chemical burns and carcinogenic material, I should probably be a little concerned right now. Not sure how I did that or what did that to me, but you know, here we are. It is not going down, so it must be something I'm holding. Ice says, so for winning the space race, does it count as a successful trip to the moon if you don't make it back? I mean, I think we're gonna make it back. Personally. I think I'm going to advance centrifuge. Make another centrifuge. I don't have one. I do have one. Okay. Boom. And we are going to set this guy to oxygen. Block that guy real quick. Take an empty tank right here for nitrogen. Lock that guy real quick. And large tank. We have some more of those. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. And then to power it, yes, I know this is not the prettiest thing in the world right now, but we'll come back and fix this later. Oh no. All my beautiful paint cans that I had just, well, nice and ordered. Oh well. Not the end of the world. And we can now connect that up. Shadow! Setting 5 gift memberships. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Now it says, it's sad. It would have been funny for them to suddenly get a poison damage. Both times I died from carcinogenic stuff in my inventory went poof. That should be able to be fixed now, Ice. I think there was a bug at the update at the time. It's just how diseases are handled by the TFG bot. You can check the counter by using the command medical condition query. Medical condition query. I have never used that, but that is hilarious. Bleach says, Ricky, do you have a moon-based design in mind? And then Shadow the Madman. Shadow absolutely the Madman. Once again, making it so that we have a members only stream and just being way too kind here, but we appreciate it so much. All right, this centrifuge is now dedicated to the use of this guy. Feel like it's not enough. What if we did another one? That and just like that. If you're going to colonize space, you'll need to bring guns. I mean, obviously. You know a better way to colonize space? I don't. That's every 40 seconds. I'll get 2,000. This takes 10 seconds. So really, I need like 2 more of these. Kind of wild. Just for this. I need to get a better way to make oxygen, to be honest. I should probably look into that. I have just cut off this entrance to my building. Oh, way. Hopefully I didn't just screw this up royally. Probably did. John says you can make an absurd amount of oxygen through flint dust. Flint dust. Is that just in like an electrolyzer do it, or? Shadow saying another gift membership. Oh my goodness. Be prepared to build trades once you're on the moon for infinite ores. Sounds like a great idea there. How do I make the silicon dioxide from the flint? Okay, so I've been doing this the much harder way. That somehow feels about right. Cobblestone, gravel, flint, sifter, macerator, silicon dioxide, oxygen, flint. Okay. That sounds like a much shadow. Just dropping memberships like crazy. Way too kind. Thank you so much. Also gravel, flint into the sifter, macerator. I should probably make that entire line. Hold on. Cobblestone into wrong one. So if I take calcite cobble, put that in a macerator, I think it is, or a rock breaker. Rock breaker to make an infinite amount of it. And that goes in a forge hammer to make the gravel. Then the gravel goes into a sifter to make the flint, which then goes into another macerator. Yep, into the grass. That goes into the shadow. Another. This is a distraction. Yes, it is. Yeah, let's do that. You are very successfully distracting here. The important part is we have what we started the stream for with, so let's try and get back on task of what we were originally going to do, and then we can come back to that at a later point. So I can put that in an extruder with the mold ring. And oh my god, Shadow. Baltazar says hi, thanks Shadow for the membership. I says block the screen. He can't work if you can block the screen. This is a distraction. It's so hard to get anything done when all I see is emotes. Oh, you guys are crazy. Thank you so much. Extruder. I want the ring extruder. And that. This is a distraction. This is a distraction. I am thoroughly distracted right now. Distraction success. The Shadow Industrial Complex. For real. Just wild, you guys. absolutely wild. All right, we've got 28 of those. And now I can take an assembler with liquid polyethylene, which we have down below. Oh my god, another distraction. Where did I put the annealed copper? Was in here? Right there. So if I throw that in and that in, and then if I take this guy, another distraction, shadow. Good sir. Assembler. Uh-oh. It's because I used the wrong solution. Oh no. It's because I was distracted. You have actually caused me to use the wrong stuff. Oh my god. So distracting. I am actually becoming less productive because of this. Shadow, you are just too kind. My stream is just, this is a distraction. Don't get anything done. This is a distraction. Don't get anything done. Unbelievable. You're just way too kind. All right, we have some inductors. Cool. And I need other things. The ceramic boards. Do this. I need a ceramic circuit board and annealed copper foil with iron 3 chloride or redstone sulfonate. The space race got sponsored. Absolutely it did, Shadow. Thank you so much. What? There are upgraded versions of the inductors? What? Maya? GG, goal achieved. No kidding. What is the best way to do this? I don't know. Copper bonded alumina in alumina plate is alumina dust, which is just aluminum hydroxide. Oh my god. That is clearly made with lye and aluminum sulfate dust. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind here. Also, it says, hello Ricky, hello, welcome to the stream, glad you could be here. I says paint Shadow's name on the rocket. I wish I could do that. Probably on the thumbnail for Saturday I will put his name on the rocket. Ricky's team has an oligarch backing them to defeat Artemis 2 in the space race. That is so accurate. This sounds wild, and surely there's a better way. Molybdenum. Do I have what it takes to make molybdenum? Do I have molybdenum? I think I'd be able to pronounce it better. Shadow says, no, I don't want to explode on impact with them. It's so true. Oh, we will need to come up with a name for the rocket. I do have it. Nice. The dust form, but that's fine. Take that. And I assume I need to turn this into ingots, so I probably need something that does that. Smelting would do that. Packer. Material molding with the alloy smelter would do it. Yeah, that might be what we do. Where is the alloy smelter? Did I take it down? I think I took it down. Alloy smelter is right there. Boom. And boom. That back. Where's the kit mold? I don't think this is the right thing that I need for this, but we're gonna try it anyways. That's the extruder mold. I need the actual casting, which of course I don't have on me. Somehow sounds about right. Back to the tower. Doing some back and forth here. But what should we name our rocket that we are taking to the moon? I guess we block. That block and that. I don't know. What do I even need? What am I'm losing my train of thought here. What am I making here? I need molybdenum foil, so I need the plate anyways. So if I put the block on the cutter, that would actually work. So if I just make these into the block with the mold, that's actually going to work fine, I think. Space Shuttle Columbia for the good omen. Oh no. That might be in poor taste. Oh wow, that went way faster than I thought it would. All right, just on the cutter. Or a recipe for it? No, it should just be cut. This is slow, but this should be what I need. In 30 seconds. Making progress. Come on, almost there. Then once we have that plate, we will put it in a bender to make foil. So got the plates, bender there. Oh no, am I doing it the wrong way? I need circuit 1. Oh no, I'm gonna make a double ingot. Absolutely that wrong. SS slow if you lost against NASA. We're not gonna lose. I think. Said super confidently. Bunch of foils. And then that in an arc furnace with oxygen. Those in. Once again, need oxygen. Helps throw the right thing in. And then I also need the silicon carbide ingot, which I think I had some of the, or you got the rough one. That what I need. Carbide. Use. Be like a chemical bath. It does. I made the wrong thing again. Of course I did. Macerate away. Oh Lord, Challenger rip. Oh no. I don't know if we want to do that. I stop for mob, one giant leap for one step for a mob. One giant leap for all mob kinds. Or Antares, all names with good omens attached to them. Might as well just call it the SS Titanic, or not the SS, but the HMS Titanic. That's what it was. I've never heard of Antares. What is that? Wasn't that a was that the oil tanker that crashed? I think you have a different one. I'm really happy about the silicon carbide. Yeah, would have been great if I would have done it right the first time, but here we are. Now I need to do a chemical bath with hydrochloric acid, which I have just, you know, so much of. And by so much, I mean next to none. I made it just hard enough. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, I should probably look at what I'm making when I'm stockpiling items instead of just... Well, what I will do is I will just make a bunch of an item so I'm ready like for a stream, so I don't have to like spend too much time trying to find some of these raw material points. But that sometimes leaves me with like egg on my face because I'll like come in and have made the wrong item and now I'm totally screwed. Which is why I have, you know, large quantities of all these machines and stuff pre-made, trying to make the stream in theory go a little bit faster of having the parts that I need. Let's go ahead. Chemical bath. Gotta make that guy, so let's grab some items here, or just take the chemical bath I have. That's apparently what I needed. Oop. Oop. It was the spaceship that exploded shortly after activating its thrusters. Ah, okay. Olive says, by the way, I heard there's a chance Alex Case could eventually get a 1.21.1 update. That sounds cool. Secondhand source, by the way, so I don't know how accurate it is. During HV, you will encounter many recipes that take a lot of time. If you want your episode to not be about waiting, you can also make a lot more machines. I mean, I make a lot of machines. That I'm not afraid of the making the machines part. All right, where is my one of these am I using to make hydrochloric acid? So that with oxygen makes sulfuric acid. I want hydrochloric acid. Different. What is my best way to do this? Not that. Chlorine gas and propene. The propene I can get from the lightly steam cracked. Shadow. I need another 5 gift memberships. Oh my god. We're just gonna be emotes all over the place again while I'm trying to read here. Oh goodness. Oh no. All right. Oh. So, crap. I've lost my train of thought already. Lightly steam cracked oil residue. What I kind of want to do is have this guy come out this way instead. Oh, this is not a, it is very much a distraction shadow. So sulfuric light oil residue going into a distillery. Distillery I have right here. Don't need two of these, I need one. Did I grab the right chemical? I don't think I did. I absolutely did not. Go back to where you were going. What I actually need is to have it come here off of this guy. And that will make a propene. If I was looking at the right thing. Light oil residue. Hold on. I am absolutely confusing myself here. Distillery lightly steam cracked oil. Oh. So I need this going into a chemical reactor with steam first. We have made a mistake again. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm trying to think a little bit, and this is probably painful to watch me think poorly. Propane from methane, I think. We're doing it this way. We're doing it live. Ow. I should have steam below me. One of these guys should have steam in it. Propane and propane accessories. I think methane is either path at this point. It's gonna be fine. Altstar asks, what is the CFT server? So the CFT server is a server that any member of the channel, and it doesn't matter if you pay for the membership or if you've been gifted the membership, you can actually play Terrafirmagreg with other members. It's a server that is hosted and paid for by the members. After this stream, if you join the CFT Discord, there's a channel on it that says something to the effect of whitelist IGN or something like that effect. If you put your in-game name for Minecraft, I can whitelist you and you can play on the CFT server with other CFT members. And we will be opening that server up to the general public with the 12 version of the mod pack once there is a stable version that's outside of the alpha and beta testing. So in the very near future, we will have that as well. This is not a distraction. It is absolutely a distraction. I don't know why you are lying to me. Why is this not running? Right, how much of my machines have been turned off because I haven't had Steam running? Probably more than I care to admit. Shadow absolutely destroyed the goal. That's not what I wanted to do. Boom. Boom. That. Professional. Right. Hot. Still hot. This is not a distraction. It's still a distraction. I still feel distracted. I feel a little lied to about you saying that that is not a distraction. Why don't we... You heard the man. He didn't want his gold destroyed. Unbelievable. You guys are, Shadow, you are being way too kind tonight. Just so ridiculously kind. I'm failing just terribly at even basic things right now. Making an absolute mess of this place. Formic gas. Formic gas. And then we will do that, making sure that upwards. Put one of these guys in. Put one of these guys like that in. Now this guy is charged. And then I need plow. Steam. So use that with the steam to make, I want lightly steam cracked, so number 1. Boom. Oh my god, Shadow, another 5 gift memberships? Unbelievable. Like, my mind is breaking right now. You're so kind. Oh, I did not think this out very well, because I think what I actually need to do is take this guy down. I think I need, oh my god, take your memberships and like it. I do not have a choice in the matter, apparently. Thank you so much. You guys are crazy kind. Like this. And get my wire snips. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just deep in thought, and I apologize profusely for that. So that distillery, circuit 8. This guy still needs, oh, I don't know where the batteries went. We'll put these in. Power, and now it has power. Now we're making propane. How many people has Shadow gifted at this point? I genuinely, I know it was like 100 on Tuesday. I have no idea how many have been given tonight. I was not keeping track of the number. If someone wants to scroll back and look, by all means. Another, this is not a distraction. Oh my god, Shadow, you are too kind. Way too kind. Propane and something, and chlorine gas, and a chemical reactor. Boom, that, and then we're gonna put our chemical reactor right here. Sending it out that way, and then we are going to send chlorine acid. No. Also, what's the temp? 93. Perfect. All right. Boom. We're making this chlorine gas anyways, so let's use it. Up. Over. Forward. If you guys had any idea of like how my thought process is for placing like pipes and stuff, this is why the room looks the way it does. If you had any doubts. And we're going. Chlorine. the propane chemical reactor number 1. Boom. And then we're gonna get some more tanks around. We'll put 1 tank there. And 1 tank there. Do it like this. That. Like that. There's the hydrochloric acid. And then you. Oh, wait. Come on. I love pipe spaghetti. This is absolutely pipe spaghetti if there ever has been. Leech says, try asking Priority here about your server unloading program. Oh, that's right. If it's too much work, don't worry about it. But I did try updating the CFT world to 11.28 with the server pack folder, and for whatever reason, the server pack folder it's not loading the world. It keeps crashing every time it goes to load the world, and I'm not getting any error code either, which is really weird. And I'm not exactly sure what is causing that to happen. So I need to probably do a little bit better work at figuring out what's going on there, and then trying to solve that problem. That locked hydrochloric. This is going to be allo. So I may send you a screenshot or something of what I see after the stream, just as an FYI. Why are you misbehaving? Oh, it's probably because this guy needs to be burned. Bet you if I do that, it works. Yep. Oh. Is it a fresh server pack with only your world and your server settings being copied across? I do a new instance each time. Yeah, I know it's impossible to do in chat right now. I'm just kind of letting you know I ran into an issue with it, but I did make a new instance, loaded up the pack, and then as soon as I load in the world file, it seems to be where the issue is coming from. So I'm not exactly sure what is causing it. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. Why are we not flowing? Finally. You're pushing into the output side of the super tank. Yeah, I should have been paying attention to that. Let him fail loudly. Oh, he's back. Rip. Oh, goodness. Shadow says, how is the neighborhood watch doing? So, oh, you mean about the HOA? We actually did have to issue a fine this week to a person in the community because they still have Christmas lights up, and apparently, according to our bylaws, that's against the rules to have it up this late. That being said, my vote was actually against the fine. I was the sole board member to vote against that because I think Christmas lights are fine. Like, I don't see it. I see them as a way to decorate your house. I don't see an issue here, but I was outvoted, unfortunately. Alright, says you don't need me to gift anything, I just pop in here occasionally. Shadow, 10 more gift memberships? You crazy man. That's wild. Crazy. This is way too kind. All right, I am. Why is this one not working now? Because I need that to go somewhere. And to make that happen, we'll probably just do this. Ran out of room for the carbon dust. Okay. And we're making something. Maya says Hypnojo and Priority have gifts turned off, I believe. How did Priority not get one? That's probably why. It had something to do with like a setting within YouTube. I love how much money you got. Apparently, Shadow has a well-paying job. Congratulations for that. Shadow is just determined to get Priority, it seems like. All right, we have the hydrochloric acid, and so now I can send. Let's just fully. This is gonna be acidic, isn't it? Yes. So I need to use gold for these guys because it's acidic, and then I put the chemical bath. Where did I put it? Right here. So let's make the spaghetti continue even more. Yeah. It's a spaghetti nightmare and I love it. Here's just gonna go with the tried and true of from the top. Hopefully this doesn't screw us. It will probably screw that. And that going. Now I can't really get up here very well. Chemical bath is up here, and if I put the dust in there now, that and a chemical bath, one bucket of dust should make a silicon carbide ingot. Yes. And diluted hydrochloric acid. What am I gonna do with you? Distill you into water. Is this something I need eventually? Feels like it will eventually be important. So let's go around this way. And we will just collect it for now. This looks like a mad scientist lab. I mean, if you were looking for efficiency, this is probably not the place to be. But we appreciate you nonetheless. Use that. And an assembler to make the... I want... silicone carbide plates. So this guy just needs to go in the bender. Inventory. This is my response to my inventory problems right now. I know that's not a helpful response, but it's what we're doing. Got plates now. You know what? Why not? Since we're committing to the bit here. Oh my god, another 10 gift memberships? Are you crazy? Oh my god. This is wild. Shadow. I'm at a loss for words right now. Like, I don't know what to say. Thank you. Oh, I don't deserve this. Way too kind. Just all I see is emos. I just am beyond loss of words right now. You are being just way too kind, and I don't know what to say. Shadow, paying your mortgage seriously. Pirate says, I'm gonna hop off. Good luck with space stuff. Put your logs and stuff in the modern support channel later. I will do that, Pirate. Thank you so much for the assistance. And thank you for stopping by for sure. Shadow, you are way too kind. Got this and that, and an arc furnace with oxygen. Oxygen over here. This is my oxygen line. Not like we're making oxygen anyway, so let's make even less. We'll just take this guy. Do it that way. Shadow says, bye, good night, Pyrite. Maya says, Pyrite, we're going to space this Saturday, by the way. Absolutely. I believe we're targeting about 1 p.m. Eastern time to start our space shenanigans, and we'll just see what happens. Thankfully, Maya is farther along than I am, so we will be using a lot of Maya's resources to get to space. But I know it's not all done, and it should be interesting to see what kind of chaos we run into. Got that guy, and a sulfuric acid bath with nickel to make ceramic circuit boards 4. I need another chemical bath, of course. I don't know if I have more chemical bath. Ah, it says no, it's all done. Oh my god, Maya. You were supposed to leave stuff for us to do. That's okay. We'll all go together and spend a lot of time exploring then, and probably doing a poor job of it. I need another chemical bath and I don't have one. So we get the parts to make one. Where's glass? I think glass I got put upstairs when I dropped the last inventory. Still gonna make another. Work. Lucia asks, how many people will be going to space? I believe there's gonna be 3 or 4 of us that are gonna try to go together. I believe is the plan. Is that hydrogen sulfide? And it gets turned into sulfuric acid, I believe, with the oxygen. And is not set up for it. Or oxygen. I probably should do that flint oxygen generation system. That would probably be the smart thing to do here. I'm just constantly out of oxygen. All right, we're gonna do it. We're going off the rails here a little bit, and we are making a new assembly line. Apparently Maya says there are 3 of us confirmed. Kenzie will be a game time decision. There you go. Okay. Rock crusher. Yeah, you're clearly not distracting me at all. Rock crusher into a forge hammer. There's a sifter necessary. Thank you so much, Shadow, for another super chat. My goodness. Those will work. Sifter. Then I need to make a macerator, I know. There's diamonds. Shadow, another 5 super chats. Oh my god. Oh, DSD does DSD was an OG ZetaCraft member from season 1 for about a month or so when we very first launched ZetaCraft, and then he went elsewhere, but that's a name I haven't seen in a long time. Leech, I highly recommend building your moon base at certain biomes. These biomes are used for infinite ores. The biomes are Certus, Fields, Chorus Thicket, Lunar Reef, and the Light Bloom Stargazers. Shadow with another 5 super chats. I can't get anything done. I'm trying to be productive. Why is it so hard? Oh, did I make 7 of those? Oh boy. Whoops. Oh well, I guess we have extras. You said confidently. Gas turbine generator. And then, oh my god, honestly, I just ready you go make your base where you land. That's kind of what I was gonna do, is we're just gonna land, make a base, and go from there and see what happens, because it's, I believe, all of our first times going to space in the mod pack, so we have literally no idea what we're going to run into. I was hoping that that was not that. Move this guy. The screen is just non-stop explosions of emotes. Another 5 gift emotes, Shadow. I can't even like fly in a straight line. This guy. Okay. Got that. And then from that, we'll do boom. Oh, think about this the wrong way. I'll come out. Oh my god, another 10. Shadow. Good sir. Surely every subscriber on the channel is now a member by now. Oh my god. Lee says that also works. You just need to build extra train stations and chunk force load. Another one. Yeah, seriously, it's just been non-stop insanity. It's a loss of words. You guys are way too kind. We can't even see the screen. I have basically spent the last 2 hours unable to see what I'm doing. Like, and I love it. Yes, it's insane, but at the same time, it feels so appropriate for someone that does that many donations. Like, every one of them is earned, in my opinion. Seeing the screen is overrated, right? We don't actually look at the screen. We just pretend to look at the screen. That. Then we'll have these guys this way into these 3. This room is getting a little chaotic. I'm also running low on batteries. But I'm not out. Will be soon though at this rate. Down to 2. Oh boy. Could I? Yeah, I think I want to do it this way. All right, I'm trying to think and see what I'm doing, and the screen's exploding, and it's a lot to handle. And I'm doing a fairly poor job at all of it, to be honest. All of those. So, I think if I take the rock crusher, what rock would we like to crush a bunch of? Well, we got limestone, might as well use the limestone. Emotes are never going to stop at this rate, apparently not. That goes into a forge hammer, I believe. Yes. Shadow, another 5 or another 10 gift memberships. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Do a sifter. Just absolutely just all I see are emotes. I can't get anything done. This is my life now. These guys then go into a macerator. Yes. Can't they just see emotes? This is hard. Lee says, well, hope the launch parties will be on time. I gotta watch the Mario movie. Hey, have a great time at the Mario movie. It looks really interesting. Ice says, will Shadow hit 200 gift memberships for the stream? Because he's probably already hit 100. Shadow says the emotes need to continue. It's an unhealthy obsession with making sure that I can never get anything done. And now these go into a centrifuge. I think. Centrifuge. Do I have centrifuge? Can I see centrifuge? Oh, I have screen. Centrifuge. Do you recognize the faces in the water? I don't know if I get that reference. That being said, speaking of space, I did go see the Project Hail Mary movie on opening night. What a fantastic movie. If you have not seen it already or read the book, it is just so well done. This goes into an electrolyzer. highly recommend. Why not have an electrolyzer? Don't tell me I need something I don't have. Glass. And I need silver wire. Oh no. Bro, it's PG-13. Well, the story behind that is creepy, so it works. Okay. Fair enough. And that. Get my wires. Anyone else just see something like fall in the background? Oh, that was probably the cardboard box thing going through. Okay. What was that? Something that I had sent for, obviously. Guy. He gets powered. That. And now we're making all the oxygen. And from here, these down. I'm going to send this into my existing oxygen line with the spaghetti noodles of doom. I actually think I want it to come like down for it feeds everything. Correction. Now we are making the oxygens. Are we making enough oxygen? We're definitely making more oxygen. Just to summarize, the answer to that question is always no. Do we have enough oxygen? Yeah, clearly the answer to that is always going to be no. I actually kind of feel like I want a second electrolyzer. Yeah, I think I do. Oh goodness. Oh, let's set this guy up. That. Oh no, am I out of wires? Oh, I do have some more. Made a few. And we will that. Down. Then we will send this. Nope, not like that. We want up. And this way we'll go like that. That will go like that. Just sort of even on opposite. I mean, every day is practically almost opposite day, I feel like. Need another bath. That's fine. We're making oxygen. We're definitely making some oxygen. What did I need the oxygen for? I have already lost my train of thought. I needed it for making the sulfuric acid, which is what I was going to do over here. Yeah. If I take the hydrogen sulfide, and I put it with oxygen, I can make sulfuric acid in a chemical reactor. So, chemical reactor. Yes. That. And then we're gonna bring our oxygen line around like this into the spaghetti monsters of doom. Oh yeah, definitely spaghetti monster in this one. Put water on everything. That would be a terrible idea. Actually, it was more oxygen than I thought would be there. Oh no, it's the wrong one. No, stop, no. I need circuit 2. Oh no. You know what? We can always make more. That is what we're gonna do. Circuit 2 this time. This place is so amazingly... Is it decorated or is it just insanity? I don't know. It's a little bit of both. Okay, got the sulfuric acid. That's gonna go in a chemical bath somewhere. I'm gonna fit that. Did I make the chemical bath already? Guys, do you remember if I made the chemical bath? Anyone? I did. Cool. Future Ricky problems. This is a future Ricky nightmare, is what this place is. That is acidic, so I need to use gold. I'm gonna be smart about this. And boom, boom. Send it out that way. Don't trust the voices in the water. I don't trust anything right now. Okay, in the chemical bath. Nickel and the molybdenum, whatever those things are. These guys. Where was I even making those? I like lost track of what I was even doing here. I need more silicon carbide plates. All blades I was looking for. We got plates. This is 100% going to get reorganized at a future date, but for now, we're doing it. We're making things and we're being productive. Boom, we have made a ceramic circuit board. And if I put this in a chemical reactor with one of these compounds, I can make my ceramic printed circuit board. This is what I've been working towards this whole time. What's easier to make? This? Unlikely. What is this? This is iron dust and hydrochloric acid. That is absolutely the route we are going to go. Hydrochloric acid. We still making that? This is where our acid is. You want to go to iron 3 chloride route. Yeah, that tracks. Chemical reactor right there, and we will also put that there, and hopefully we will get hydrochloric acid. Where was this even coming from? Shadow with a 10 euro super chat. You do not recognize the bodies in the water, then they are not your classmates. Now I should know why I said it's creepy if you take all my sentences together. That is a terrifying sentence right there. For sure. Just then all of it. I think there's a machine in the back that I can't reach right now that is not behaving. Oh, what have I done? Uh-oh. How am I gonna get to that thing? The rubber band ball of machine. I have made an error somewhere. So that plus the hydrogen, we get rid of the oxygen. That also take hydrogen just in case. That will go this. That is working. Good luck reaching the machine. Yeah, no, the machine has long since been unreachable, clearly. What have I, why did I do this? If I take that oxygen out, or no idea how the oxygen even got in there, to be honest. And 12, that should be working. Oh, I need 12 of these sulfuric. Not enough of that. Alright, I'm just being impatient. What's a machine? There are only tubes. Yeah, this has been a decision. One that may not have been the right decision, but a decision nonetheless. We're going to turn off the polyethylene part of this. And really lean into the hydrochloric acid part. Life is pipes, and that's all I see now. Oh, we got 48 of those. Nice. We actually make quite a bit of those pretty quickly. That is nice to know. That and the chemical reactor, and then I also need... Oh, no, wrong thing. So that in the chemical reactor with iron dust. So I need more iron dust. And to get the iron dust, I need to eat real quick because no one reminded me to eat. Wildly enough. I'm also out of water. We're going to dump my inventory again and go get a bunch of iron ingots to just grill up. This place isn't becoming insane. What have I done? Why have I done this? Oh goodness. Hydrate, hydrate. Yes, yes, yes. Get a bunch of iron dust real quick. We're gonna turn to dust. Or iron ingots, we're gonna turn to dust. Unbelievable. What we do now? This all needs to go into my macerator here. Whole bunch of it. Throw that guy in. And he needs 3 buckets of hydrochloric acid. Oh boy. Oh no. That is bad news for us. While that goes on, we're going to go hydrate. Is there a better way to make hydrochloric acid right now? I think the statement was there was, but I foolishly went the not easy way to do it. Could do the salts with the sulfuric acid to make it. We'll do more than one. Why not? Be making a bunch of salt somewhere. That and electrolyzer. Nope. Read SSP or SCP-2316. It's a good written article. I will have to look that article up. I'm not familiar with that one. Hydrosulfate with salt. So if I somewhere in here I have a bunch of salt. Think it's down there? That's sodium hydroxide. That's the opposite of salt. Where was all my salt going? Oh, I was just making a bunch of salt. And it's this machine literally right next to it that's making it, so I could just have that go in and oh my god, the spaghetti monster is coming back. Who wants more spaghetti? Boom. We are going even farther into the spaghetti. Is it working? So that in a chemical reactor with sulfuric acid. Hold on. Ice says, goodbye friends, I must walk my dog. I'm excited about this. It's a beautiful day. Absolutely enjoy the wonderful weather while you can. Circuit 1. Am I doing something stupid? Salt and sulfuric acid should make hydrochloric acid. Sulfuric acid and salt. Circuit 1. What am I doing wrong? Um, Salt 1 sulfuric program circuit, chemical reactor 1. Why is this not working? Oh, is it? Not the tier. This will work on low voltage. So what is wrong here? Sulfuric acid. Just checking, make sure I'm not being dumb. No, it is not. That is a chemical bath, not a chemical reactor. Well, we feel extra foolish right now. Real good stuff right there. So we're going to send this honestly will probably be about the last thing we do on this stream here. We're starting to get to that 2-hour mark, and I do want to get some dinner here shortly, but we will get this task finished up and then probably call it a stream for the night, to be honest. Let's get this guy up here. That going that way, and then I need the gold tubes for the acid again, because acid only works in the gold tubes apparently. Found that out the hard way when my pipes kept dissolving. We will send this guy down, forward. This stream was really productive or progressive with no distractions, literally none at all. We clearly accomplished everything we wanted to right away. 0 distractions found. We got that in there. Add to the spaghetti machine. And now we're making hydrochloric acid too. And that should increase our throughput here. I should have a bunch of iron now. Got that in there. All right, all right. And that with the iron, I want circuit 1. And that is going to provide me with iron 2 chloride and hydrogen gas. Excellent. Let's be smart about this. So I want 1 and 2 iron, or we're gonna put the hydrogen in this one, and the iron 2 chloride in the other one. All right, iron 3 chloride. Block that guy. Have it face that way. Almost have your boards made. Almost. And grab my pumps. Boom and boom. Hydrogen. Iron 3 chloride coming in. Nice. And that goes into a chemical reactor. That we will get a PowerPoint for it. Connected. Not those. Grab our boards. Throw them in. And what's the other thing I need? Annealed copper foil. Do I have annealed copper foil? Got annealed copper. To make that into a foil, I want the bender on circuit 10. Let's set this guy to 10 right now. Throw them in. Arc furnace. Throw those guys in. What is it that this needed? Oxygen. So I could take my oxygen I have here. Oop. I'll keep that filled and going. Making a bunch of these. Hydrogen gas, my favorite evening snack. You know it. And in theory, of our first board. This is still not a distraction. I don't believe you. Excellent. Right. I need to make all the other stuff that I just don't have right now. But the important thing is I have the ceramic printed board, which is what we had set out to do today. Don't know why it's not updating. Have that. Have that. We'll probably go for one of these guys. About to make the assembler. Notice these all say clean room. Uh-oh. Where does it say clean room? Oh, requires clean room. Those guys do. These guys do not. So we can at least make the microprocessors without a clean room. And yeah, that is what we're gonna do. But I think this is a good spot to kind of call it a stream here. You guys have been amazing. It's been a fantastic stream. I have had an absolute blast tonight. We have somehow managed to get things done without being too distracted, even though it was one of the most distracting streams I have ever been a part of, but I wouldn't change the world. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for being here. Sometime tomorrow I will put out an official time for our starting on Saturday once we have it completely locked down. But it will probably be 1 p.m. Eastern time. I just need like one last clarifying thing. And then on Saturday at 1 o'clock, we will be going to space and trying out the moon. And I'm sure it will be absolutely hilarious. And what could possibly go wrong? I believe a few of us are going to try to stream together so we can try and get everybody's different perspectives, I believe is the plan. So that's definitely something to look out for. I believe you said you were going to stream, and I think Hypno might as well. So ideally we'll have a couple different angles to be able to see all of us fail in our own different ways together, and it should be a lot of fun. So definitely keep an eye out for that. If you were gifted a stream today, or gifted a membership on stream today, definitely be sure to join the CFT Discord, where you can take advantage of the perks like being immediately whitelisted on the CFT server right now. And once the CFT server becomes open to the public, you will also get some other perks within the CFT world as well, which will be like some item giveaways, things like that. So definitely take advantage of those member perks, as well as the membership emotes that were handmade by Jewel Draws Games, a friend of the stream and a fellow Zeta. And yeah, we're gonna call it there for a stream. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you Saturday. Have a great one, everybody. Thank you so much, especially you, Shadow. Really appreciate it. Was a great time. Have a great night, everybody.